Today we are doing lesson 51. It's on simplifying rational expressions with like denominators. Some of this is stuff that we've seen before, such as find the excluded values in each expression. So we set our denominator equal to 0 and solve for the variable. So in this case, we'd have to divide each side by 4. So h cannot equal 0. That's our excluded value. Okay. We set p plus 4 equal to 0. We're going to subtract 4 to both sides, and p cannot equal negative 4. Okay, and then we set 3g minus 15 equals 0, so add 15 to both sides. We get 3g equals 15, divide both sides by 3, and g equals 5, or cannot equal 5. All right, then we have to simplify each rational if it's possible, and then identify excluded values. So if we look here at our first one, we want to see what we can simplify. Well, we have 4 over 2, and that's going to reduce to a 2. We have 3 a's on top and 2 a's on bottom. Which one has more, the top or the bottom? The top does, and it has 1 more. So my answer is 2a over 1. So we have no excluded values here. Oh wait, yes we do. Because if we set 2a squared equal to 0, we can't divide by 2. A squared equals 0. Take the square root. A cannot equal 0. So 2a and a cannot equal 0. Okay, if you look at E, we cannot, absolutely cannot just cross out the D's. It's because of that plus 1. So we can't simplify this any further. So that is as simplified as it is. And we say D cannot equal 0. Okay, so same directions here for F and G. So in the numerator, I'm going to see that I can factor out a 3 and a Z, and I'm left with Z minus 2. In the denominator, I'm going to factor out a 5, and I'm left with Z minus 2. So I can cancel out my Z minus 2's. So I have 3Z over 5. And then to find my value, I need to go ahead and set my denominator equal to 0. Or I'm going to actually, I'm looking here, I'm going to set that equal to 0. So times both sides by 5, I get 3z equals 0, divide by 3. Z cannot equal 0. So there and there. All right, G, we are going to just let me go back in and tweak that. We were right. Just going back to setting 5z minus 10 equal to 0. This is where we need to go. Okay, so we're going to add 10. And we get 5z equals 10. Divide by both sides by 5. And z cannot equal 2. There we go. Those two are our answers. Okay, so now we look here and we see if we can simplify anything. And the only thing we could really simplify is taking a 5 out of my numerator. Oops, not x plus y, x times y plus 2. We can't do anything else, so that's as simplified as it can get. And x cannot equal 0, and y cannot equal 0 for my numerator. So all of that. Okay, so simplify a rational expression if possible. Okay, so now here we are looking at fraction, and we see that they have common denominators, so I can go ahead and simplify in the top. So I can take 4f minus 2f and put it all over r squared. And 4f minus 2f is going to leave me with 2f over r squared. So that is simplified. Okay, now in I, let's go ahead and take care of those negative exponents here. So that's going to go to the denominator. And here I see both of these have negatives, so they're going to switch. Just the m has a negative, so just the m is going to go down to the bottom. Now I have common denominators, so I can add my numerators. 6 plus 3 gives me a 9, n to the 4th, over m squared. All right, last one. Rectangular mirror has a frame with a length of 2x plus 5 over 4y inches and a width of 6 minus x over 4y inches. I'm going to just draw a picture. So length is 2x plus 5 over 4y and 6 minus x over 4y. Find the perimeter. So remember, perimeter is the measurement all the way around. So I'm literally just going to add everything twice. So I have a 2x plus 5 over 4y plus 6 minus x over 4y. And then I have, again, the same thing over here. So plus 2x plus 5 over 4y. And I have the same over there. 6 minus x over 4y. They all have the same denominator, so they're all going to be over 4y. So now I'm just going to combine like terms. So I have a 2x, a negative x, a 2x, and a negative x. So 2 minus 1 plus 2 minus 1 gives me 2x. And then I have a 5, 6, a 5, and a 6. So 2 5s is 10, 2 6s is 12, so plus 22. And we can simplify that a little bit further by reducing it. I can take a 2 out of everything. So I get x plus 11 over 2y. That is my perimeter.